DJ Taz here. A little bit late today. I just want to get the day over and done with. Have a nice run back. Probably one in a million. What should we talk about today? Right, so the attitude of people in general. It's like a lot of people just don't give two monkeys about anyone anymore. They got no time for anyone. Everything is yesterday. The rudeness of people. I can't understand how the world's gone. Right, so this morning they were talking on LBC about the government can't understand there's 1.5 million jobs to be filled and there's 1 million people unemployed. Right, the reason why there's 1 million people unemployed is because people's wages do not match their fucking bills. Right, if there's anyone in there that ever listens to this, yeah, do your mathematics. If you're earning about 45, 50,000 pound plus, you might be able to live comfortable. If you're taking between 16 or maybe lower up to 25, you'll be on a struggle. And anything between 25 and 35, you're just about keeping your head above the water. And I'm not talking about people who are going out and buying Bentleys and fucking Rolls Royces. It's not about that. People just want to be able to live comfortable. The average family, say it's a couple of parents and got a couple of children per house. So you got everything in the shops. Soon after COVID they released COVID a little bit and they started opening shops. Everything got expensive. So obviously now you start feeling a pinch when you go shopping. Now you're being told by all the energy companies, hello mate, just to let you know we're sticking 40% on your fucking bill, whether you like it or not. It don't really matter how much you're earning, you will feel the pinch unless you're in a 60 grand bracket. The people that will sit there and say, well, I can't understand why there's 1 million people unemployed and there's 1.5 million jobs to be filled. The reason why the unemployed people don't want to go back to fucking work is because they actually get everything free. Dental treatment, doctor treatment, hospital treatment, every sort of treatment you could bloody imagine, and they can get off the system, and they will. Why not? You know, they seem to think that the system owes them. If there were the people that have worked bloody hard and, you know, they've gone back after being furloughed or whatever, companies have got rid of them. Sorry mate, I can't keep you on. They've let them go. Because yes, there are companies like that. You know, there's a lot of people not being how do I say, not being spoken about because of that. Aye, what's he doing? So, you know, there's a lot of elements that goes with that whole bracket. But I've heard people in the past saying it'd probably be better off if I left my job and became unemployed, because I would be financially better off. And I thought, how was that even right? So if you're a private tenant, I don't know whether you can get your rent paid or whatever, but people that, you know, ideally are in unemployment. We'll stick with them as a basic fact, or a basic bit of information. Let's stick to that bit. They'll say, well, why would I want to go and get a job? Now, I've had someone before say to me, why would I want to work as hard as you and as long hours as you for half the money? Yet when I go to the pub, I'll go out with no less than £400. It's fucking nice to know you got 400 quid, my mate. Yeah? I'll work all week, all the hours God will send, or within what I can do, so I'm limited. I'll get taxed to the tits, and I'll get some lying bullshit prick tell me that he ain't gonna go back to work because it's just as easy, just as fucking Nora, just as easy to tell them, oh, I've got a bad back, I've got a disorder with my back and I can't work, I'm disabled. But yet I blame local councils because he's obviously being reviewed, these people are being reviewed. Well, if someone is fucking disabled, why would you give them gym membership? Why does he need to go weightlifting? Yeah, the guy used to do weightlifting. Can't lift nothing at work, but he can pump iron all day long. I mean, the fucking world's become amazing. It's almost like, you know, it's like whether you do, you're damned, whether you don't, you're damned, you know. And if you're stuck in that dam, it don't matter. It don't matter what you do. The reality is, the genuine people are getting stiffed every day. So, we've now got our utility bills are all going up. Gas, electric, water. Council tax. What a load of shite that is. But you know, we'll pay it because, you know, being British, we don't fight for anything. We don't argue. We don't bring the country to a standstill like other countries have ever done. We just shut up and get on with it. Pay it, I know. I don't mind not having that 1,200 quid in my pocket a year. Fuck it, I'll just give it to the council. So the council then pay, in my case it'll be East Sussex County Council. The fire brigade, the police, the ambulance services, cleaning services. Yeah, I'd like to come back to that in a minute. And anything else, obviously, that's in it. But what I don't understand is, after you've paid them their money per year, I don't know, what the fuck do we get for our money? Not a lot. So the address I've lived there for, since the council, it's right, 7 years. Let's say 6, argument's sake. So I've been there for 6 years. I've only seen one mechanical sweeper come down my road once. I've never seen dustmen come down there to sweep up. Dustmen that come down there and empty your bins. That's the normal thing that they do. I don't see. Remember years ago, you used to get your local dustman used to come around with a little barrow. He'd pick up a litter pick and he'd sweep up. And it's usually an old boy. Obviously I don't want to discriminate, but it could be anyone could come around and sweep. You don't see no one doing all that now. So what exactly do we get for our money right now? Oh right, so we've had decent lampposts taken out. and they've given you ones that apparently can serve on electric.
Enter the roundabout, take the second exit.
But they're absolute fucking shite. They're LED lights because they last longer. They don't take up much electric, which means my council tax should be going down. Is that not correct? Because I know if you turned your tap off slowly, you won't be using as much water, therefore you're saving more money. So I'd like to know what exactly are we actually paying for?
Take the second exit onto A272.
Fuel has gone up 4 times in the last 3 months. So anybody that's working for a company and has got to work from early morning to late at night because it's the only way they can make ends meet.
Take the second exit.
I mean, I don't know about you, but my fuel bill's gone up
Take the
by at
second
least
exit onto A272.
15, 18%, making a big difference. When I went through the job change, I actually worked out to my annual salary how much I'd be left over with, how much I could spend on fuel, how much of this and how much of that, like, you know, normal responsible person does. In the last 3 months, fuel's gone up 4 times, so I'm now in a deficit. So how do I now turn around and say to my boss, look, you've only given me a 3% pay rise, everything's gone up by about 40%, but I'm only covering 3 of that, can I have another 37? You'd laugh at you. Right, this is one thing to the government. If they really want to know why people want to stay on the dole, is because companies do not pay the correct money for the jobs people are doing. All this minimal wage bollocks. So if someone wants to pay someone £7.96, what I want to know is, the question from the government should be to the company owner, can you live on £7.96 an hour? No, you can't. Especially if you've got kids. Oh,
take the second exit. Take the second exit onto Rocky Lane.
All these people, it's easy for these people to turn around and say, oh, but I pay a decent wage. I pay you ample enough. I pay my drivers really good money. Well, sorry, I don't mean to be rude and coat this up, but motherfucker, if you want to live on that sort of wage you're giving me, you try it for the next 2 weeks. And how about I take your wage and come and live in your big fucking castle and have all your trimmings that you have, and we'll see how long you'll last. Now, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not crying poverty, but along with millions of other people in this country, it's just life has become an uphill struggle, which has got a knock-on effect on everything else. Mental health issues, a lot of people have been diagnosed, actually there's a lot of undiagnosed people with mental health issues. Cancer used to be a ratio of 5 to 1. One person out of every 5 will develop cancer. Now it's 1 in 2. Now that reverts back to stress again. And you know, the stresses of life, if not enough, I don't know what it is.
Enter the roundabout, take the third exit.
I cannot get to grips with how everything's worked out. It's almost like the elite.
Take the third exit onto A270.
The elite, I'll call them the elite, and you know, I really won't mince my words. The elites, the people that sit in the 60,000 and over gap, they're saying is, well, fuck you, Jack, I'm alright. I don't have to get up at that time in the morning because I spent the first 5 years of my life screwing everyone, nicking their money, doing this, doing that. Well, I made my money, and I really don't care. So all they do, they talk about my this and my that, my mortgage this, my mortgage that, my rent this, my rent that. I've got this, I've got that. It's almost like living up with the Jones. Do you know what, mate? I really couldn't fucking care. I really couldn't care. I always say, as long as you've got food in your cupboard and a roof over your head, that's the richest thing you'll ever have.
After 1,000 feet,
There's families out there, and I've watched all these documentaries out. You've got young families that they work, and they pretty much do a shift between husband and wife. You never get, or they can't have the same time off because they just can't afford to. And it's really sad how a husband and wife have got to do shift work around their children. So there's always going to have to be one there to look after while the other one's working. I mean, surely husband and wife don't want to spend a bit of time together, no? And the government don't understand why the fuck we've got so many broken families in this country. Hey? I remember the days when I was a kid, shops used to shut at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Saturdays, shops used to shut by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Hell, Sundays, nothing was open. You only had the local market was open, and that was shut off by 2 o'clock. And then they brought the law in, Sunday trading. Now, I actually felt sorry for the people that have got to work Sundays. I've had my fair share, and I'll tell you what, it's shite. We've lost total identity. We've got nothing to look forward to no more. All the governments we've had in place up to now have bolted us straight up, and I think we're a fucking disgrace to ourselves. They wonder why we have so many mental health issues, and you know, we're the ones that have actually set the precedents for ourselves. Humans have become so enticed on money, we're actually killing genuine, honest, hard-working families. We're sitting there wondering, look at that single mum. Well, she probably fucking wouldn't be single if her partner could hold a proper job down and didn't have to go out beering it up because he's got so many problems. I mean, I don't know, I don't want to feel like be a stereotype, but you know, I'm sure people would stay together if their financial situations were better. Then you've got the people in that would sit there and say, well, you know, if you save some money and put it away, then you know you could look after yourself. You absolute dongblows. How can you fucking save money when you're not making enough? By the time you've paid your bills, you're left with nothing. Or sometimes you're actually left with a minus factor. So you work it out. You know, as family, what are we supposed to turn to? Bread and water. Now, Victorian days are over. A lot of people have seen hardship. And you know, I start off my day feeling really confused. I think what makes it worse is I listen to all these bloody chat shows on the radio, which obviously they don't help me. It just makes me angry all day long. Angry. Then the attitude of people start from there onwards. And then on top of that, you'll get people abusing you because you do something wrong, or, you know, driving a big HGV. You just got to do what you need to do. As long as you're not doing it wrong. If sometimes I've got to stop in the middle of the road and make a turn, I'll do it. As long as I'm not causing no danger to someone. And then you'll get some goat shagging idiot who'll sit right up behind you and go, and I'll call you all the names under the sun. That over many years I've learned to ignore. Smile and wave. So if you guys want to talk about something in specific, let me know. And I promise I'll be on an early one. I prefer early because I'm a little bit more docile in the morning. I don't like filming myself once I've had a bad day. I'll be spitting feathers out the window and everything else with it, so it's always nice to be polite. Hope you all have a good day. DJ Tazzy M out.